yourselves, dear ones. For those here, or who may be able to hear where they are, the medium was listening to the locusts, the cicadas. They began singing just as we began, and they got louder. A symphony of nature. So connect to your Earth Mother through the grounding cord and within your heart. Allow that grounding energy to come up through your feet, your legs, through your body, and into your heart space from Earth Mother. While Creator's light comes in through your crown, down through your upper chakras, and also meets in your heart space. And allow this energy, as above and so below, to merge within your heart. And allow that vibration to resonate throughout your entire being. The extra sounds are a little distracting for the medium, so we are working to get her out of the way. So much is happening on your world, as you know, and oh, dear ones, the previous session, it was spoken about people as though they had boxes on their heads, walking around bumping into things as though they're blind. Time has come. Soon. Whether they have a box on their head or not, the truth will come through. Even if, as you were children and you had to cut little slits for your eyes to walk around with a big box over your entire body and just look out through those little slits so you could see. There may be many on your world, especially in your country, that they can only handle looking out of the little slits inside their box. Just a little bit. They still want to hide and cower because they're unsure of reality, their footing, their grounding, their security will be perceived to be non-existent. It is the saying, the rug is pulled out from under them. Many will not know what to do when they receive information that contradicts what they perceived as reality. It is as though you went to bed one night in your own bed, in your own home, and you woke up the next morning and everything seemed to be the same. Yet, when you walk out your door, it is as though everything is different. The medium is having the analogy of a parallel universe. You go to sleep in one, you wake up in another, and everything looks similar but not quite the same, and you don't quite know where you are, but you know that you're you. But then you're not quite sure who you are anymore. Because what you thought defined you, beliefs, thought patterns, perceptions, may be unveiled. The curtain pulled back like your Wizard of Oz movie. The illusion is uncovered. And when the illusion is uncovered for many, they won't know what to do. They're already in a state of fear and confusion. We ask all of you and those who may be listening who are holding and anchoring the compassion and love and healing energies for your world and for humanity, as well as so many others who are doing similar work, to remember to stay grounded yourselves and hold your compassion and be that light. For when they see, as another speaker mentioned, in a dark room, a little crack of light comes in. It's like this box where they cut a slit for their eyes. We're tying the lessons together. They will begin to look for the light, wondering what's there, yet be comfortable in their perceived veil of protection, although it is an illusion. Because it is as though they have literally walked through the curtain and can't go back. No matter how much, like in the movie The Matrix, once they have the red pill and they know the truth, you usually can't go back. Why would you want to? Even if it is a struggle to understand the truth. The truth is always the truth, not the perception of truth as has been taught to you. Many are not ready consciously, mentally, for all of the truth to be revealed to them. It is as a child that must be spoon-fed a little bit at a time, one step, one piece at a time. And some of you may think, why can't we just rip the whole Band-Aid off and get it over with? But something so big in a consciousness shift of awareness could shock the system of an individual if their vibration is not ready to handle it. And many on your world are not vibrationally ready to handle all of it and rip the Band-Aid off and have it all coming to them. Their conscious awareness has not been prepared. And so they have to receive little bits of information and then let them chew on it, as you say. They won't be able, once they get the information, to not, how let me say this? When you are taught that an orange is an orange or an apple is an apple, once you know this, you can't unknow it. When you know your name, you cannot unknow your name or your address or such pieces of information. Once information and truth is known to all, no longer hidden, it is known. It is in the mass consciousness. Some will be very uncomfortable and not ready for it and will be in denial. They and their vibration will be assisted by those who hold compassion and light to hold that vibration for all those to slowly and gently receive it at their own free will accord, at their own divine pace, with ease and grace. although the medium is now seeing the image of, think of it this way. When you have a pool and you have a deep end and you want someone to learn to swim, they don't know how to learn to swim. They don't know what swimming is. You generally would lead them in gently in the shallow end and teach them basic steps, basic strokes, how to float, how to sustain themselves, how to, as you say, doggy paddle. Something to help them. The basics. There will be people who feel as though you have dropped them in the deep end and they might sink to the bottom and drown in information and be overwhelmed. It is their perception of reality that will make them feel this way. Be the lifesavers, life preservers, the flotation devices for those people around you when this occurs. Maintain your calm, maintain your peace. You have learned much, perhaps some more than others who may be listening, about the unfoldments before you. Have no fear. Fear is the illusion. It is all in the mind. And so the people who feel overwhelmed, it is because they have a fear of their reality being destroyed. What they thought they knew no longer being true. And then how do they define themselves? What do they do with this new information? How does it integrate? Because one piece of information leads to another piece of information and you end up going down, as you say, the rabbit hole. And that hole is very deep. And the more you expand your consciousness and keep your vibration in alignment and maintain compassion and peace within yourself, you will be able to easily ride the wave that others feel are crashing upon them. Remember that everything is perception, and each individual, including yourselves, creates their own reality by their thoughts and their perceptions of what they believe, what they think they know by what they have been taught. And so many, including yourselves, were taught a lot of information that was erroneous. And you have learned some of the truth. More truths are coming, but all of you have had time to digest bit by bit the truths. And many of these truths, when you learned them, shocked your system, but you were able to assimilate the information because it came in bite-sized chunks over time. The masses on your world may not have the luxury of being able, as you say, to chew on a bit at a time. They may have a mouthful of information and feel as though they're going to choke. This is a mindset because their perception of reality is being torn down. Your world and all that has been perpetuated upon humanity is being destroyed to be rebuilt. Because the consciousness has come to an expansion and a vibration where it can no longer tolerate the lower vibrations. And so all of you, as you hold the light and do the work, and all the others on your world as so-called light workers, star seeds, and so on. You're anchoring in these vibrations. And the medium's having an interesting image. It is as though when you go and cast a net out to catch a bunch of fish, you have anchors on the edges of the net so that it pulls it together. It's holding it. Think of all of the light workers as anchors on an energetic net. And all of the people who don't even know about consciousness, vibration, spirit, and those of us beyond your world are caught in a net like those fish. And when the net is pulled out of the water, they're gasping for air, they are panicking, they are struggling, they are flapping, jumping. And if they are being transported to another, perhaps fish tank, if you could think of it that way, you may know this, that they're going to a better life, a better world, a better environment, a better reality. But all they can see and sense is panic. Their realm, their world, their existence that they knew is gone. They're caught in a net and they don't know where they're going. And you as the anchors and those carrying the net know exactly where they're going, and you are calm and you're just transporting them, saying, come with us. Understand that no matter what you do, those caught in the net of overwhelm, fear, confusion, they have to process this and choose to think differently, just as you did. It will not be easy. But the vibrations are there to support this effort. And the work we do here and with others, like all of you, around your world, are assisting with this shift, this transition. And it will occur. You're already in it. Some of you know this to a greater extent than others. But what's on the other side of this shift is everything humanity has been waiting to experience. And it will take a while for all of the amazing changes to unfold. But you are in the crux of this tipping point shift that is about to occur. Ride the wave, dear ones. Ride it, laughing and screaming with excitement, even when others think you're going to crash. Because you understand and you know, hopefully by now, that whatever you focus on, you create, and whatever you primarily feel by your thoughts and your focused attention, that is the kind of world you are creating with vibration. If you focus on fear and dread, you are putting that vibration out into the world that you want. Why would you do that? But many on your world don't understand that their consciousness is creating, perpetuating the same patterns that they're trying to get away from. Because they are unaware. They're ignorant. Not stupid. Ignorant. They were not taught this information. They're not ready yet. Perhaps they have to experience a physical shock to the system in order to engage and open themselves to thinking a different way, to question what they thought they knew. Because sometimes you need to be shaken in order to open your eyes. Think about what's going on around you. Think about all of your lives. There are times when you have been in turmoil and challenges. These were opportunities for growth, for expansion, for clarity. And all of you used them to shift your perspective and came out better on the other side if you did so. May have taken you a few turnarounds in that opportunity for growth until you finally got it. But you've all had that sort of experience. Sometimes things have to be torn down, or perceived to be torn down, in order to build something better or create something better. Otherwise, you stay stagnant. And creation is not stagnant, dear ones. Creation is constantly in motion. And so the vibrations of your world and of the collective of humanity have reached a point where they are moving into entirely new thoughts, new areas of consciousness. And those who hold the light can bear the weight of those who are caught in the net of density, the lower vibrations. You are stronger because you have already overcome. You are stronger because you already are more aware. And you are stronger because you are choosing to consciously create for yourself and for your world. Do not see yourselves as weak in any way. No person on your world is weak or a victim, even though they were taught some of those thought patterns. That is what is going to begin to be shifted, but many people first must wake up to the truth before they can begin to learn that what they were taught about themselves was wrong. It kept them blind. It kept them in darkness. A perceived darkness and a perceived weakness. But whatever is your thoughts about yourself and your realm, and your world and your reality, you create it. When everyone around your world begins to understand that their thoughts impact not only them, but others and their world, and that they are just as important as anyone else and just as powerful a creator as anyone else, dear ones, your world will be magnificent because they will want better experiences. They already do, most of them. Their thoughts are just in the way because they don't believe it's possible, And so they focus on it not being possible. And they stay stuck. If you focus on, I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know what's coming next, then you are going to stay stuck. Because you're still trying to figure out how something's going to happen, when something's going to happen. All the details. Let it go. Let go of the control, because that is fear-based thinking. Who are you to know more than Creator as to what is best of how things will happen, when things will happen? Let it go, dear ones, that you think you have to stay burdened with the details. Enjoy the creative process and ride the wave, feeling good. It is that simple. Focus on feeling as good as you can and excited about your creations, your ideas for what you want to have in your life and your world. And hold that in your heart and in your mind. The details and the how will present themselves when you have let go of the control to figure it out. One step at a time will present itself just as it always has in everything you have always done. When you think about it, every day, things unfold and present themselves. You don't wake up knowing how every detail of your day is going to go. No, and why would you want to control that? Yet, on that, if that is the microcosmic scale, and your life is the bigger macrocosmic scale of something that you're trying to create, why would you try to figure out all the details and waste your energy and get frustrated and throw frustration into your vibration, which pushes anything away from coming into your experience? Because now you're frustrated, you don't have it, and you're focused on not having it, which means you never will. Let go of feeling bad about anything in your life and in your world. Be aware, yes. Conscious, yes. Gather information. Be aware, be conscious. But have compassion and non-judgment for yourselves and others and for the world around you. And that will allow you to hold your light, hold your vibration, and be those anchors to carry the net that you have volunteered to help anchor. And you do it just by being you. There's nothing else you need to do. There are no actions to take. Just be the best, excited, happy-go-lucky, whatever it is, however you feel good, you, version of you that you can be throughout your day as best you can. Because yes, if you still have patterns and you still have things to release, you will still manifest those opportunities and challenges to help you identify where there is still growth, to release old patterns, old energies, whatever does not serve you. See it for what it is. It's just a thing. And in the previous lesson, we reminded you of the phrase, there is no thing greater than you. So we remind you of this, lest you think that whatever it is going on in your lives or the world around you is greater than you. It is not. You are divine consciousness. You are beings of light who happen to have an experience in a body, but you are not this body. When we do the work for the healing of your world, and you intend to perceive or visualize your world from above in space, dear ones, did you ever question or wonder, how can I still feel my butt in the chair, yet perceive the world from space at the same time? Because you are expanded, unlimited consciousness. And that aspect, that greater aspect of who you truly are, is the one out in space perceiving. While that part of you, smaller part that is in this body, feels your butt in the seat. You are simultaneously in two places at once. Not in your physical form, though. Your consciousness can be in both. Your spirit is in both. That is how powerful you are. You are not limited to this physical form. Your imagination. You could sit, close your eyes, and imagine yourself walking on this beautiful beach, your favorite beach, or wherever you would want to go in the world. And if you kept doing it, eventually you would start to feel the sand beneath your feet, the heat on your feet, the wind on your face. Because eventually you would transport your spirit self, but with more awareness, to wherever it is that you are visualizing. You would actually be there. And that connection between consciousness and physical would come across, for lack of a better term. You are more powerful than you can imagine, dear ones. Understand your potential as creators. You are not limited by anything other than your own perceptions of yourself. And the same goes for everyone on your world. It's just that most are not ready to hear this, for they would not understand our words. Not yet, anyway. Okay? Understand? Good. Well, we have done as we have been asked this night. Take a deep breath, dear ones, and anchor in the energies that we have been transmitting while we spoke. And the locusts have continued their song. We shall proceed to the healing portion. My blessings to all of you. Dear ones, feel my energy. I come to you this night to anchor peace within your heart space, within your being. Bathe in my energy and feel and receive my blessing as I tend to all of you now. Imagine a seed like you plant in your gardens, a seed of peace. Visualize it being planted into your heart space at this time. And just as an acorn begins to sprout and eventually becomes a giant oak tree, imagine this seed of peace sprouting within your core of your heart and growing into an amazing, beautiful, your choice. Create your beautiful tree of peace within your heart. And allow it to expand and grow. Anchored in your heart space. Yet not physically limited there. Imagine and visualize this tree of peace as though it were you. Your body perhaps being the trunk. And you meld energetically, merge with this tree of peace. Become one. Your feet anchoring the energies to Earth Mother. Flowing this energy of peace into your world. Through the roots that go out your feet. Deep, deep, miles deep into the earth. Expanding outward for miles. Connecting with other trees. Connecting into the network of tree roots. And just as deep as the roots go into your world, your canopy above goes into the sky. And it extends. It expands. And the shade that it gives to those below it, bathe them in peace. Massive trees. The medium's having an image of the big tree from the movie Avatar. The home tree, yes. Huge, tall trees extend their roots for miles. And as you anchor in this vibration of peace within your heart, within the core of your being, through and in you, as though you are an energetic tree, the roots connect to other trees, and the peace flows through your earth, through the root system. And all the other trees on your world that are connected and connected and connected and all around your world They keep sharing and spreading this vibration of peace. Perhaps you could see it as whatever color glitter you want. Be creative if the visualization assists you in such. So above the earth plane, the ground, the trees and all the shade, the shelter provides peace for all of those of humanity who encounter this tree. Yet all the trees on your world are connected through a network of energies, through the root system. And they communicate this peace from one to the next, one to the next, and to the next, and to the next, until your entire network of tree roots are filled with peace. And so as the trees soak up the peace in their roots, it goes up their trunks and up into their canopy, all throughout your world. So that all of the trees, imagine this beautiful image, all of the trees around your world, bathing humanity in peace, and the animals, and all life. Massive, glorious, ancient trees, sharing their peace with one another, with humanity. You could imagine it as a vibration coming down as a gentle dust, glitter, whatever works for you to imagine this, but all these beautiful trees covering humanity in peace, blanketing them in peace. And perhaps this is how, through nature, humanity will receive some of their gifts, these vibrational gifts. The reconnecting with nature often brings peace. People go out and sit by a lake, on a beach, under a tree. Quiet, relaxing, peaceful connection with nature. It connects within the heart space. It connects to spirit. And for those who don't understand the spirit consciousness connection, they can connect within their heart space to nature and feel this peace. For many on your world already do this instinctively. They feel peace. They know when they just need to get away from all the craziness and go out in nature, go for a hike, go for a walk. And they reconnect. Maybe not understanding how. They just know they feel better. And so this connection, this bathing the world in peace, is already known, is already felt, and often forgotten that it is there. And so we are planting that seed, that vibration of peace throughout your world now to help humanity reconnect and remember what is available to them, should they be ready when they are in need of peace. To step aside from the chaos and overwhelm and confusion and frustration and return to peace. Dear ones, anchor this vibration through your being as we work with you once more to flood all of you with peace. Breathe it in. Fill your physical form and fill your entire being by intention. Feel the expansion of peace going out throughout your entire energy body. Bathe in it. Remember it. And remember that you can return to this peaceful connection by connecting to nature at any time. That is our gift to you, to remind you that life is connected and that we are all one. No matter the life form perceived, we are all energy vibrating at a different frequency, swimming in a sea of consciousness. And it is a very big sea. Gently make your way back into your space as you continue to hold this vibration of peace. Our blessings to all of you, dear ones. The medium was asking who we were. You can call us the nature spirits. We are here, always. Our blessings to you. And we hope to speak to you again soon. Enjoy the sound of nature. For this medium is as well, as the windows are open for a reason, to hear the symphony of nature. Open your windows, dear ones, where you are perhaps, and tune in to the sounds of nature around you, and connect to our energies of peace. Our blessings. Thank you for being here, listening and helping. We are one, and we are complete. Good night.